welcome to UnCast episode 5. Today, playing the role of Alyssa is our tech Kim.
Woohoo!
We changed your name to Kim and M.
Kim and M.
That's right, because she's got the lyrical thing going on behind the scenes and stuff. So today we're gonna go over a couple of things. Kim, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself?
Oh no! You didn't prepare me on this. I'm a nervous,
That's
anxious
awesome.
being. I'm a noob at this. I'm
Panic!
I
Eject!
I love sharks.
You love sharks?
I love sharks.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah.
notice that they were sharks. That's nice.
All day.
All day. I thought they were stripes.
It's okay. Whale
My
sharks
bad.
are adorable, so are hammer sharks.
Whale sharks are extremely
They
adorable.
are huge.
Very, very cool. Can't really say I'd like to hug a great white though. Not really.
I would.
You know,
Even if
like
it ate
Ula.
me.
Sharks are like dogs. You know,
Yes!
they only bite you when you touch their private parts.
Probably true.
So today we're going to go over a couple of things. One of the things that we wanted to talk about was our recent announcement of a recent celebrity guest, the one that we've been holding on to for so long, and finally just bursting with excitement, and that was Sophia from actually her. Woo! Yeah.
Yay!
So Sophia's official title is Sophia the Robot, and so Sophia from Hanson Robotics. You had some interesting information that you had dug up, right? Oh, we're trying to involve you more and more, and
Dave wanted you to know that you're a minute late.
I'm a minute late. Dave, there's programming involved, yo. All right.
We've already harassed him. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was typing very, very slow. So why don't you real quick? You okay? Oh.
Oh my God!
So.
I think we have a special guest.
We
We do
got
have
a
a
special
special
guest.
guest.
That is so awesome.
So should we hold off and
Yeah.
talk about what's going on in the room right
Yeah.
now? Okay.
Yeah, right. Otherwise, too ADHD for
Slightly
this.
distracted. So can we get him over here real quick without tripping on anything?
Yeah.
Just for a second, before Robin calls him off. Watch the cord there, man. Batman.
Ah! Spoilers!
So, hold on. We've got a brief delay, so we don't know if he fits into the camera. Right? So you may have to squinch.
Oh, yeah.
Squinch slightly. Might.
Do you want my chair?
Oh wait, you almost look like you made it. Okay, very good. Did you want to say something to the crowd?
I just came down to see everybody tonight.
Don't you gotta talk like this?
No.
He
Really?
doesn't have a cold.
He is.
You know,
don't have
Oh
a-
man.
Christian Bale thinks he's an actor of some sort.
He really
I let
does.
him play me in a movie,
Yeah.
and he makes one movie,
time.
2 movies,
Two.
3 movies, and he just like changes everything.
I know,
Changes
yeah.
my voice.
Well, he's got that second person growing on the side of his nose too. That's just distracting. Batman with 3 eyeballs. It's just sort of like that.
So yeah, he took all this creative liberty with my character.
Really?
And just
Yeah.
decided to make it his own. Yeah, I don't talk.
Isn't he like a British actor, right?
I don't know.
Isn't he?
He's
Or
not,
is he manufacturing the accent? Or
probably.
okay.
He's not even the best person to ever.
Go back to England, you punk. So Batman dropped by to say hello, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to be down here for a little bit. I got the Batmobile parked out front. Well,
Yes.
Kind of sort out front.
We need to start putting cones out.
Front adjacent.
Right.
Batmobile only parking. We need to spray paint that on the road. You think Ogden would have a problem with that? You are,
Yeah, I am
the
Batman
official
of Ogden.
Batman of Ogden. Yeah.
So,
You think that they'd be okay with that?
you think, I have
Couldn't
a
we
holiday
just-
coming up.
Couldn't we just put the bat signal straight down onto the road in that spot?
That'd work. We just put it on top of the Clifton and
There you
put
go,
it down.
straight down. Yeah, straight down off the thing. Yeah, that works. Nicely done. Congratulations on cutting that dead weight, that Robin dead weight.
Yeah.
I've never liked that.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mourned the loss of Robin.
No one mourned the loss. Of
I
Robin.
mourned the loss of Robin.
She was on some painkillers.
When did Robin
Yeah.
die? Did I miss a movie?
Not soon enough.
Well,
I mean,
Robin died, but
There's been a couple. Robin.
not really,
Yeah.
and then came back. But I've had lots of Robins. It's hard.
It's
raising
like-
kids are hard. They grow up and leave the nest.
You
no
gotta
pun
kick them the hell out.
intended,
Yeah,
and,
leave the nest.
Or
Too
cave,
soon.
or the cave, or the cave.
Leave the cave. Now it's just going to a dark place. They leave the cave,
You know, and,
take the shackles.
you know, my current Robin is ninja trained. I always have to keep my eyes on him because he's like wanting to kill somebody versus take him to jail. He's a little psychopath.
He's ninja trained.
Your child.
I think the one that I happened to see is it on the new one on the the CW? Is that
Oh,
the
Gotham?
new? No, not
No.
Gotham.
What? There's something
All
else?
I know is no. It has to be on something other than that because Robin dropped the F-bomb, several times. And-
My
and
sweet baby boy.
I think and I think it was derogatory comments towards you that
You know,
yeah
what are you gonna do? Kids.
teenagers.
Teenagers.
You know.
There is a new
So-
Robin movie coming out.
Maybe that
so,
was
so
what
maybe it was scenes from that.
Yeah.
It's pretty edgy.
low budget.
Speaking
Yeah.
of the CW,
Yeah.
there a new Batwoman show's coming out.
Yes, and guess who's starring? Who is Batwoman?
Ruby Rose.
Ruby
is,
Rose.
is
Yes.
Batwoman.
I
Hell
love
yeah!
it.
And,
Everybody give it up for Ruby Rose. Yeah.
You know,
Big
I,
fan.
I think it was a true to life pick. You know,
Oh, yeah.
she emulates, I think, that character.
Yeah, she's just badass.
She
you
is
know?
badass.
That.
Although I want to know how she's gonna be. Yeah, she's badass. Yeah. I want to know how they're gonna bring her back in John Wick when she died in John Wick 2. How
yeah,
is that?
Yeah, she's been announced for John Wick 3. You know,
Is she also a mute twin?
maybe.
Was she
you know.
deaf or was she just mute?
I don't remember.
Her character. I know she didn't speak. Right? There was some sign language going on. So if she has a twin sister, is that something that you can have that's identical in a twin thing? I don't understand. Is that because how does she come back?
Well, if it's a birth defect and they're identical twins.
It could be,
then-
yeah,
then they
identical
would both-
birth. Yeah, that could be. Who knows? All I know is identically awesome. So yeah, so let's hope that they pull that off. What else? What else we got? And that's it. That's it for tonight.
Thanks for
I
coming out,
I
guys.
came down to actually talk about your new guest that you announced.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's not on the list, is she? Like the list of suspects or anything like that.
Well, I distrust a lot of things. I distrust aliens.
Aliens, you never can, because you just ticked off producer Jamie, because
I'm a
Jamie,
big Alien fan.
yeah, she has a huge spot in her heart. It pushes me out. A huge spot for aliens.
You
So
mean Russell Simmons,
So she's an alien sympathizer.
she is a
I am.
sympathizer.
I will make
Yeah.
note of that. Alfred, you got that on recording. Put her in the database. We'll be watching you.
We're watching you. Great, which means they're watching me.
You know, I just was sitting in the Batmobile
Okay.
on the way here, so
Fair.
I'm good.
Watch freebies.
I was gonna say, did you have the top down? But of course you had the top down because it doesn't have.
Yeah, it's an open cap.
It's an open casket. Yeah. So yeah. You guys got to come down and check it out, especially for First Friday. We're gonna go into it in a few minutes. We'll go into some of the artists that we have displayed in the cosplay gallery. So you come down, you can see the Batmobile, see Batman of Ogden. Did I get that right? Because I'm constantly
That
putting
is-
Ogden of
it is
Batman of Ogden.
Yes.
Batman of Ogden. You can come meet him and check out some of the artwork that we got going on in the
And I
gallery.
noticed you have art test this time around.
Many artists.
Last
Hey,
time
what
I
are you
was
trying
here-
to say? Some of my
Last-
stuff was up there too.
Yeah, but your stuff is always here. You had your stuff and one guest artist last First
That hurts
Friday.
me, man. That hurts me.
But now it's art test.
It's our tests. Because
There
it
one
is.
right there with you.
Oh, and one
Oh,
of the
yeah.
art tests
Some
is
of
right
my
here.
work is up there.
Yes, we got multiple. We'll go over that in a minute. And then, the more you guys want to approach us to let us know that you're interested in putting costumes up in the art gallery, that's what we're here for. That's what this building is here for. Because otherwise, I could be working out of the trunk of my car. So, we want to
But
put
where
your
would you
work
put
on
the
display.
bodies?
Oh, that's under the car. Yeah, yeah. Because they eventually rot away. I mean, they bloat. You hit them with the car. Yeah, it's fine.
Have Walking Dead flashbacks.
Walking Dead flashback. Yeah. Oh, from the well. Yeah, the well scene was
Yeah.
great. But, cool. So awesome. So we're gonna real quick go into Sophia. We were talking about Sophia. You wanna? You had some notes that was given to you by producer Jamie, who apparently does not want her voice on camera. Actually, not on camera, on microphone this week.
I
So
don't care. I just thought you guys would want to talk about it.
We love
Well,
you.
the whole point is to have all of us talking about it. You know. So.
Okay. Well, I was just letting people know that like I thought it was really cool that Hanson's teamed up with this company called I think it's a Loving AI
Yeah.
program, and so they're trying to see if they cannot program AI to have unconditional love, and I
Yeah.
thought that was really cool. that-
Empathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the empathy programs. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is incredibly cool. And she got it from a specific article. Do you have the article title here?
It's,
Yeah, it's everything you need to know about Sophia's robot love.
Forbes. It's a
Forbes.
Forbes article. Awesome.
Yeah. Hanson'sRobotics.com also.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's interesting. The actor Will Smith, he has a thing for her, but apparently the love is not.
It's not
mutual.
reciprocal because she hasn't gone through the programming yet.
Yeah.
Maybe after the programming, they do that video again, Will Smith and and Sophia, and then maybe she reciprocates, a little bit,
Where's
you
a
know,
little
a little
more,
more,
kind, I guess.
well, she didn't
yeah.
shut him down hardcore. She was
Yeah.
nice about it.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen the video, you should look up Sophia and Will Smith. There's a really great video that they did together. He tries to do a little macking and gets some smacking. So
She put him in the friend zone.
really
Yeah,
in the
the
friend.
zone.
And
That's
the-
okay. That was kind of how it ended.
Was it the Cayman Islands? So it's this romantic
Oh, yeah.
setting. It's got the beach in the background. Still, he couldn't. He should just be. Just keep Jada. And
Yeah, it's like, isn't he married?
yeah,
He
She was
needs to step
she
up
needs
his game.
so
he
respect.
really does.
Maybe if he was
Well,
a billionaire.
Yeah, if he
could
was a
move it
billionaire
a little better.
superhero. Of
Janelle
course,
says hi, Batman. Hi, Russ.
Hey, Janelle.
Janelle. Janelle
Hi,
was an
Janelle.
artist our last time around. We actually had her on the show last week.
And her cosplay still up.
Yeah. So maybe we could convince Sophia to be the new Alfred. Think
would
about
be
it would be there would be no
We
processing
call her
time.
Alfie.
Alfea.
Alfia.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
Alfea. That would work. I don't know if she'd go with the name
You
change.
could call her Salfred. That
Salfred.
sounds terrible. I take it back.
Yeah, you can take that back.
Like-
I have teamed up with androids before. One of the little lesser-known members of the Justice League is the Red Tornado, and
yeah.
he is an android. Good guy. He sometimes has some anger issues. He's got some demons inside of him, literally.
He's got some demons.
Literally.
Would that be? Well, are they referred to as gremlins in the system? Like any kind of bugs in the system
He's
is a gremlin.
literally been possessed. That's what gives him his superpowers.
Oh, so he's not an android? I don't
He
think
is
I'm
an
familiar with
android.
it.
He's an android that has been possessed.
Isn't that just a virus? I'm sorry, I'm playing devil's advocate. Yeah, so he's just got a virus. Really? You can get some
Batman,
pen.
are you sure you don't need a chair?
I'm
Oh.
good.
We got 3.
Yeah.
There's one right
This is like kind of my go-to pose when I'm with the kids because they're down here and I get down on their level. So, I'm just here with the kids or the childlike minds.
Oh my God! If he wasn't bulletproof, I'd shoot him. Maybe
Alfred, make note of that.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by. If you want to hang out, there's a nice, get you, seated with the green. Maybe he wants the green pillows.
Oh, do you want the green pillows,
Do you
Batman?
want one for each cheek?
I'll come over here and hang out with Jamie for a bit.
Awesome. Thank you for coming
Thank
in.
you.
You betcha.
Awesome.
Good meeting you, Batman. Real life.
So we just announced Sophia. We're really, really excited about having Sophia out here. It was she is about as unconventional a guest I think as any convention has gotten. So we were really, really excited.
Yeah, didn't you say this is like her first con?
Her
Or-
very
yeah.
first con ever. So we were really excited to negotiate with that. And to get her on the to come down here because think about how big that is for Ogden by itself. It's gonna be very, very cool.
Her
So
first con, and she is only going to be there on Saturday, so it
Yeah.
does kind of shorten up the time frame that you have to see her, put a little more pressure on coming down, but it'll definitely be worth.
But who knows, man? Sunday she might be meeting with some world leader. It was the coolest thing. Some of the things the research that we had done before we actually even considered, which was producer Jamie's idea. We considered having her as a guest was that she had met with all these world leaders. She had essentially had addressed the United Nations. She had, talked to the latest I can recall was Angela Merkel, of the Chancellor of Germany, and then she met with the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. That was just this summer. I mean, some of the people she's met with has been incredible. So, so yeah, we got her for one day. So God only knows where she's going from here. She could be like, maybe she's got to meet with the Queen, next, or Queen of England or something. I mean, give her some pointers on internet. Yeah, very busy lady. Very cool. We're very excited to, I don't think you could hear the sigh of relief when we finally let that secret out, because we've been holding it for months, for months. And to be honest with you, we would have probably been ejected a lot earlier if it wasn't for producer Jamie trying to force it, back down my throat. Although there were a couple of times where you tried to let it loose in public.
It was just last Friday, because I knew we were going to be announcing on Wednesday, so I was like...
She's like, let's do it, let's do it!
I was just dropping a more obvious hint is what I wanted to do.
A more obvious hint. We had some pretty great hints, man. C-3PO, she's got something in common with C-3PO. She's got something in common with Kit from Knight Rider. Data from Star Trek. You'd think people would start adding up what do these things have in common? What do these characters have in common? And no one got it. I'm actually surprised, because there were a few times where I thought, oh, that's a hint too far, Russ. But no.
Janelle says it was killing Jamie, huh?
It was killing Jamie. I don't even think Janelle knew about it. I mean, we were all trying to.
Batman knew.
Well,
Batman knows everything, to be fair.
Yeah, Batman knows everything. He's hacked into the system a few times.
World's greatest detective.
The world's greatest detective. But he doesn't know that he's being towed right now by Ogden City Police Department. So
All of us were like,
he did look. He did look, honestly. All right, so what do we got next on the list? We got some tickets to give away.
yeah, we do.
Awesome, because guess what? We hit 1,000 followers on Facebook. Woohoo! So we were very, very excited about that. And so as a part of that, Janelle actually, we talked to her a little bit ago, had gotten us some tickets. Where are those tickets from again?
From Janelle.
Well,
To
from
the Utah Ogden Winter Fair.
nice.
And I've
Nice.
been, and it is a scream. It is so much fun. It's like so sad in December because it's gloomy and gross, and then you've got this beautiful winter fair that you can go to. So
You think winter's gloomy and gross out?
yes,
Only after they plow.
yeah, that's
And then it's like the dirty
disgusting.
snow.
It's
Yeah.
after the magic of Christmas and New Year go away, and then it goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
I just think it's sad when it's snowing.
Yeah,
I do like the snow.
when it's fresh, but when it's there for a couple days.
It's the only time in the wintertime we can get Tempest to go outside, our Great Dane, because she doesn't like the wet ground.
So,
So.
Shani, is it Shani or Shani? Dave's wife? Shani?
I think, yeah.
She wants to know, has nobody commented on the amazingness of Russ's shirt yet?
Oh, did you give
I
like
didn't
nicely
watch
done?
it.
So I just wanted to, we went shopping, and I grabbed a couple of T-shirts. I'm gonna wear something crazy every week for the next few weeks. This is Britney Spears. I'm not ashamed. Look at her. I mean, come on. So that's right. I'm man enough to wear this shirt.
Do you want to sing us some for lyrics?
I don't want to sing any lyrics.
Dang it.
No, I'm not in it for the lyrics, so. Anyway, we have tickets to give away. So
So we randomly generated through all the 1,000+ people who have liked the page, and Jody Law of Salt Lake City, Utah, is our winner. So Jody,
woohoo!
if
Yeah.
you're watching or listening right now, or
And it's good that we
after,
picked her, because I
Yeah.
hear she's a butcher, like, I think she owns a butcher shop or something like that. I think I saw it when we were doing the random selection.
Oh,
It also
really?
brought up like their jobs or something, and I
Oh,
think
cool.
So
Good,
it's
yeah.
good that we picked her, because she's got weapons,
Yeah. She knows how to
So
properly.
Jody the butcher.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So Jody, these
Nicely done.
2 tickets are
We'll
for you.
we'll get in contact with you to decide whether or not you want to come down and pick them up, or if you want us to mail them. If you come down and pick them up, and we can schedule it for a Friday, then we can have you on on UnCast. It'll be fun. You can see the torture that goes on behind the scenes. I'm like always like just Yeah. Then we come on camera and
All
I'm
day.
like,
He's like,
hi.
sunshine and rainbows. I love everything.
All right. She's definitely filling in well for Alyssa, because usually it's Alyssa that's giving me this much crap. So, cool. So next on the list, we were going to talk about some of the cosplays that we have here. Cool. I wish that we could actually include it in the live stream, submit photos in the comments, but for some reason it won't allow us to do that. So, because we could take photos of some of the costumes. And so, you're actually one of our featured artists this week.
Yeah.
We got 2 of your pieces here.
I'm honored. Tickled pink, quite honestly, after bugging you for a while, if I could submit my stuff here. Got 2 pieces. It's amazing, the work. Not my work. It's so amazing. It's so humble. But the other artist, the crepuscular. I asked beforehand how to pronounce it, and no one told me. We have their business card.
I just know it's Dustin and Jazzy. Yeah,
Dustin
so
and Jazzy. Their work is absolutely beautiful.
very cool. Like, you guys got to see it. There is a lot going on in these costumes, and they're on the display as well. I mean, they've got these really cool headpieces that are feathered. I don't know much about the character themselves, but I don't know if those are do their characters fly or something. They are a video game character.
Yeah, they're from the video game Xenoblade.
Xenoblade.
I've not had the privilege to play, but I've seen it. It looks really cool.
Yeah, they're awesome. Matching costumes. I really wish that I had written down the name of the characters, but yeah, check them out. Xenoblade. Look up some of the So it's got this really cool silver and blue going on, and those headpieces are awesome. So,
Gorgeous.
and from what I understand, very heavy.
We're open for First Friday Art Stroll right now. So.
Yes, we are open for First Friday Art Stroll. So feel free if you're watching on your cell phone or whatever, and you're downtown checking things out, drop by the gallery, check it out.
Bring your kids down to meet Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See some cool artwork.
Very cool. Yeah, this stuff is
Picture taken
amazing.
with the bat shot.
Yes.
Sweet.
Get shot by the bat? Is that what he said? And then what was your character? You didn't say.
So mine is also from the video game. Both of my pieces. I have a Organization 13 coat from the video game Kingdom Hearts. Best video game ever. It's my favorite. And it's actually Roxas, which is Sora's nobody. Which is not a spoiler. Everyone knows that. He's a good angsty bean, and I have his hair.
You know, I gotta
love
say,
games.
this costume is pretty amazing. And the thing I keep fixating on is the size, the zipper. This zipper is like gigantic. It's like that wide.
It's like that wide.
It's like that wide, and it's like 100 wide. You know, and I've never seen a zipper that big in my life. I didn't even know you could order it. Like, you could beat the hell out of somebody with that
You
zipper.
could. It was really hard sewing it down because it kept like buckling because of
Yeah.
the strength versus fabric.
You know, and I'm thinking of like all the times that you know sometimes you're kind of like, it's dark, you're outside, there's no restroom nearby, and you gotta go to the restroom,
Oh
and
my
you zip yourself off. That thing
gosh.
would kill you. Just letting you know, that would kill you.
Ouch.
Yeah, yeah,
Death by zipper.
yeah.
Yeah.
Death by zipper. Yeah.
The other piece is a
You've been zipped.
kigurumi, and it's not actually official video game artwork, whatever costume. It's a design I made from a character Hanzo from Overwatch, and it's his blue spirit dragon, and so I made a kigurumi of it.
So how does that one work? Does it work like, and I'm going to sound like an idiot when it comes to video games, does it work like Super Mario's did, where he would change his costume?
No,
He had,
this isn't an official piece.
Oh, okay.
I designed it because I'm a dork.
I'll attest to that. Yeah.
Yay! And I did actually make matching one for Genji, his brother.
And so he's got a brother, and we're actually going to try to get that on display down here too as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You can check
it's
out-
actually kind of sad. It looks like we skinned him
Yeah.
and put him on the wall. So
You can check out actual pictures of it at I think it's Lil Mittens on
Lil
Instagram.
Mittens.
LILMITTENS.
awesome. So there's a lot of stuff going on down here this week.
Yeah.
We got the Killer Croc is up. We got these really great costumes from Jazzy and Dustin, and your stuff is up. We got Janelle's stuff is up. We got some stuff from my buddy Marcel from Marcel Banks from season 1 of Face Off. his you guys have seen it on camera once when what was it? Alyssa was trying to molest
yeah.
it. Our Prince bust that he put together. We got a couple of things from the Jim Henson Creature Shop Challenge that were on the show up on the wall, and there's a lot of artwork in here. You guys got to come in here and check this out.
Bat-
So,
We got a Batman.
and there's a Batman.
Of Ogden.
Of Ogden.
Batman of Ogden.
Apparently, there's some legal attribute that he has to. I don't know. Is there? You're not afraid to be.
Want them to be found.
Well, we don't want Gotham Batman to sue him for likeness
Batman,
rights.
the Gotham Batman, he started an organization called Batman Inc., and there are actually Batman all over the world, and I'm specifically the one that.
So you rule this particular city.
Yeah.
So if another Batman comes into the city, you're allowed to rough him up and oust him.
No,
Or is it like a diplomatic thing?
No, it's
where you gotta.
we're a brotherhood.
Okay.
It's like
So they come in.
Yeah, think of it like a big law enforcement agency. I could call in another Batman or somebody else part of the team if I needed help.
Bat Bros.
Nice.
That's probably better than like trying to fight each other.
Yeah, we actually call it Batman Inc.
We got
Nice.
Batman of Ogden.
So like Murder Inc. only with Batman. Okay.
A little more justice.
Justice. Yeah. Hey, is there a Wonder Woman Inc. and how do I get involved? Just one.
There is a Wonder Woman of Salt Lake.
Is there?
There is.
Nice. We have to, yeah. So there's a little Justice League of brewing around here. Yeah. You two were talking. I thought the light is like shining directly in my face, so I can't tell if Jamie's looking at me or you. I just see her silhouette, So.
What a lovely one.
I may or may
What a
not
lovely
know, a Wonder Woman or 2 or 3.
Oh. So is it? So there must be some kind of like sisterhood
Yeah.
of the Wonder Woman.
Just my bat Rolodex.
That's a lot of lasso,
black book.
truth-telling lasso. That do they spindle that? Is there a factory that makes that?
Well, secretly I do like to be tied up.
Nice.
Kinky.
I do my best to behave on camera. I do.
Hey, I wear all black. I do wear a mask, so.
Oh my goodness. Lovely.
I digress.
Yeah.
So Janelle was wondering if we'd gotten any of the mannequin busts in for the contest.
We did actually, no, not yet. We haven't gotten any back. We've given out a couple of more this week. I think we got 1 or 2 left. So if you're interested, we were going to bring that up as well. Good on you, Janelle, for putting us back on track. That was one of the things we were going to talk about. So the mannequin contest, we still have some busts out, and we've been talking to a few people, and the time frame seemed a little crunch for them, So what we're going to do is it's still going to be October 4th is the deadline, but we were actually going to try to get them in a little sooner so that we can arrange them. But if you guys can get them in before October 4th, that gives us plenty of time to set up for October's first Friday art stroll. So, and then they'll be on display all of October, and at the end of October, we'll collect all the votes and see who won the contest for the the Great Room Escape tickets. So, which there are 4. That's right. It's like a double date thing.
Come down and pick up your bust if you have not yet.
If you, definitely. There's 1, 2 more, I think. So
Sounds
don't be afraid to come down. We are open on Tuesdays and Thursdays to the public from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So either one of those 2 days, you guys can come down and pick it up, or you can come over tonight during First Friday. We're going to be here for a while because it is First Friday, so we stay open a little longer to accommodate the art viewers, art watchers, bird watchers. Now, something.
That's me.
You're a bird watcher?
I love birds.
Oh, yes.
Do you want to see a picture of my
Oh,
bird?
my God. She's as bad as
My
us
son.
with the dogs, pictures of the dogs. Yeah. Our Great Dane craziness. But, yeah. So come down and check out some of the stuff that we have down here. Like I said, or like Batman said, the bat shot. Is that what we're calling it? The bat shot?
Yes.
Bat shot, gut shot, whatever, bird shot, Well, Robin's gone now, so it's no longer the bird shot. He's been shot, I really hate the Robin character. I always.
I can't talk to you right now.
I have always hated the Robin character,
We're no longer friends.
Let the
You're
evil.
fired.
You can't wait a minute. That's the first time. You know, in all these years I fired her on a daily basis. The first time I've been fired in return.
It's about time.
You know, yeah, it really is. Yeah, put me in my place, Kim.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what do we have any other questions on the old sheet?
Comments, concerns.
Comments,
Oh,
concerns?
Janelle was wondering about Batman's video.
Batman video?
You have a video?
My producer's still working on it. But yeah, I've shot a promo video. I'm actually in the process of obtaining my own 501c3 nonprofit.
Shouldn't it be like that for a billionaire?
Well,
Legal
it's easy to make money,
Oh, okay.
but it's harder to give it away.
It's harder to, yeah, okay.
Because the IRS, they're
yeah.
all up in
Yeah,
your business.
and you know, I totally
The
understand.
more money you have, the more money they want.
Yeah, so you got to hide it in all those, all those like,
Foreign banks.
yeah.
But it's coming. It's in the process. We went over music this week, so it's coming.
Nicely done. So cool. So Janelle, it's coming. Calm down. Calm down.
She's just in the video.
She's in the video, so that's
She's
why.
like,
Okay,
Batman, who's that? Me?
it's video. Nice. Any other questions? We want to kind of. I'm going to drop a hint. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Go too far out. I think we should drop hints for future guests. I do not want to do a announcement for these particular upcoming guests, but we do have a couple more guests coming.
Are we doing one this Wednesday?
We're not doing one this Wednesday.
No, Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, so it'll
Every
be
other Wednesday.
every other Wednesday. Yeah. So not this coming Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, we've got another pretty awesome guest. We have a whole bunch of pretty awesome guests.
I don't know them.
You don't.
I believe it. Woohoo!
It's always hard to tell Kim, hey, have you seen this? No, I haven't seen it. Kind of deflates the excitement a little bit, Well, you got to go see it. Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did I forget? Did you watch that?
Kids.
No.
So, if you love pirates, I think you're gonna love our next guest. So,
Do you know the one? Yeah!
Did you start watching it?
Yeah!
Yay!
I had a week where I wasn't working, so I just sewed and put stuff on. I watched 3 different series of anime and then started that.
nice.
So
Don't give out
great.
too much. Don't lose it.
Oh.
Don't lose control. She'll lose control.
Chill.
Duct tape. Give me the tape. Tape her down in the chair.
Okay.
Yeah, behave or your bird gets it.
Oh, you can threaten me all you want, but you do not threaten Mr. Finn. That's like,
Mr. Finn.
yeah.
What? Okay, Mr. Finn, it's a bird.
Yes, Mr. Finn.
Can you-
Okay, cutest thing happened today. Because you brought it up.
I didn't bring it up. I was
You brought
asking
it
about
up.
the name. It's like
You
it's a fish
threatened
name.
him. You brought it up. You're asking for this. This is your punishment.
All right, my punishment.
I was
Dole it
walking
out.
up the stairs, and he was sitting on my shoulder, as he does, and he was like, oh, Mr. Finn? Mr. Finn? So he knows his own name now. I was such a proud parent.
What kind of bird is it?
He's a green cheek conure.
Awesome. I think is it the one you have for your
Oh, yeah, my Facebook ID and
yeah.
everything else. That has the gaming set on.
Yeah, it's got
He's
gaming
stretching his
gear
little
on.
chin.
Yeah.
Oh, so cute.
Jamie's a bird fanatic as well. She wants to get a macaw. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So if it was an alien bird, she would just go absolutely
If it was an
bonkers.
alien bird, she would.
Oh, yeah.
She'd lose it.
Okay,
Yeah.
birds are if you have one, you'll be like, they're either dinosaurs or not of this planet because they're so weird.
Yeah.
You just can't understand them at all. They're aliens.
But they seek much
Small
attention.
birds
They do.
growing up, but I haven't had big bird.
That would have been good. Okay, so you have to explain to me. Okay, your bird is what kind of bird again?
A green cheek conure. So he's the smallest in the parrot class.
Okay, but still looks like a parrot, right? Okay. So if you'd have brought him and had him on your shoulder, that would have been a great lead in to to what I said. If you really like pirates, you're gonna love our next guest.
Oh man.
It would have been awesome.
It really would have.
But she kind of dropped the ball,
Yeah, I think he might have been scared of Batman.
Oh,
He's a
or
snitch.
you know what? It would have been funny as hell to watch him chase Batman out of the building. That would have been
He
hilarious.
is small but fierce.
That's right. Birds just don't take
That's
I
it.
would use my bird repellent.
No!
Yeah. Bird repellent.
All you have to do is this.
I do got a couple of pieces. I've got my Killer Croc. If you guys have seen my page, I've got my Killer Croc is on display. I've got one of the Sasquatch characters on display and one of my lions. I'm trying to tone down as much as I can my stuff because the whole point is to show off the cosplay stuff. And so I'm really excited when we get new cosplay art in here. And that was Jared.
Jared Flanders.
Does same
That's
last
my
name.
dad.
Oh yeah, nicely done. So I was gonna say, does he have any cosplay that he might want to display?
My dad.
Yeah.
Dad,
So
do you cosplay? Do you have another life I don't know about?
the secret life of dads. Yeah,
So do the Secret Life of Pets. It's the Secret Life of
I did
Dads.
love that movie. That was a great movie.
Did you?
Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder what my Great Dane's doing whenever we leave the house. You know, we did she did pry open the food bin and gorged herself one day, and
Yeah,
then
she couldn't even eat dinner when we got
yeah,
home.
it was so bad. And this dog doesn't miss a meal. All right, so the fact that she missed it, we were like, how much did you eat? You know, yeah, she's a funny one. Yeah, so. So yeah, I do have some of my stuff up. I prefer other people's stuff, you know, because I've seen my stuff. You know, it's always there. It's been ejected from the house at least once. Jamie's like, you got a space for your stuff now. Get it out of my house. So yeah.
Sounds like
In case you didn't realize, I'm actually married to producer Jamie. So if you're wondering why she's in my house or why I'm in her house, I'm not sleeping on the couch. Not always. But we do share a residence as a couple. Yeah.
I love
So-
that. I ship it. Pop culture.
And Kim is our sort of our shop daughter. Yeah. So
Shot her. Yeah.
our shotter. Yeah. So
If you say it fast enough, it's like, I shot her.
I shot her.
Yeah, I
or,
shot her.
Or I shattered. Myself.
I listened to the commercial, I shit my pants.
On that note,
It's getting worse. I didn't do it this time. I
Janelle's
tried to.
concerned about the things a bird would say if a bird lived in our house.
Oh, if a bird lived in our house, there would be all kinds of nastiness. And we've been talking about it for years. Because we don't trust our dogs, so like a bird in the house would be like a dangerous thing. So,
Just repeat stuff.
yeah, or it would be regurgitated later. So we've been waiting until after the dogs have passed and stuff, maybe getting. But now we've got a cat, so that's not going to happen.
But the cat's pretty tiny. Like, the bird would be bigger than the
Yeah,
cat.
I still don't trust the
get
cat.
a raptor, then you don't have to worry about it.
Get a
There you go.
raptor. But yeah, so I that would be like the, like when your children, when my kids were little, they would dare swear, but they knew all of the words. Like they knew, okay, I can't really say. There was a couple of times where my daughter was in the back seat, and I have a certain phrase I use for other vehicles on the road, and when she's like, "There's a blue F-bomb right there," and I'm like, "No, Audrey, no," so I had to.
Don't you love it when you're out in public and they do that and you're like, oh, where'd you learn that phrase?
Yeah. But at least you can tell your kid, I will beat you when we get home. You can't tell a bird that because a bird doesn't understand what it means to be taken to the bathroom, so yeah, a bird would just out you on every level. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Vine of the two little kids? And one's like, my dad has a gold tooth. And the other one looks at her and she's like, my dad has diabetes. Kids are great. None of you know Vine. It's
No.
pop culture. I can throw references in.
You absolutely can.
You just
Go
throw
on.
as many
You go
references
on.
as you want.
Yes, you
I said you guys. I didn't say. They're both ganging up on me.
Jamie.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
Russ.
Oh my God.
Feel
I-
free. UnCon
Thank you,
is about
Batman.
pop culture.
Hey,
Right
Thank
there,
you,
right on the
Batman.
logo.
pop
Britney Spears.
culture. Yeah.
Oh, literal pop.
Now,
literal pop.
She's
Literal
old.
pop
She's
culture.
old news. Old
She
news.
will
Oh,
in
Britney
my
will
heart,
never be
she'll
old
never be old news. It'll be.
The new Britney with the shaved head.
Next, and yesterday I promised to wear these on air. These awesome new T-shirts that I happened to grab. So yesterday I pre-wore one around town while I was hanging up posters, for the con, right? And it was the Golden Girls said "squat" across it, right? Loved that. Lots of people loved that. Got stopped numerous times. Our friends over at Visit Ogden were like, what? You know, and then the guys over at Cafe Mercantile had a blast checking that shirt out. So that was a winner. Brittany, I kind of put on late in the day so I could wear it on.
And you're also wearing like a vest, so it is a little hidden.
Yeah, it's a little hidden. I probably should have, but yeah, you know, the vest is just me.
That's true.
You know, if I didn't have the vest on, it wouldn't look right. Yeah, I would look like I would look like somebody took my beard away.
So we're told that we need Kim and M's sound effects. And then Dave says that we need a soundboard with just Kim on it.
With just Kim. You know,
That's fantastic.
we could that would be your new assignment. Yeah. Oh my God. That would be a great assignment for you. Okay, so Dave has now laid down the gauntlet, and
Thanks,
you.
Dave.
Yeah, we need some
Real
Kim
fast.
sound effects for future shows. I think it would be awesome. Oh, and we're actually doing a future show. I think it's our next Friday, I believe. It's going to be Kim and Alyssa going at it, anime all day, and they're going to lose their mind. After the riffing that went on after the show last week, there is no way that we could go without that particular episode. So Kim and Alyssa going absolutely crazy together.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, on anime is craziness.
Oh yeah, anime is a broad subject, so
And-
you go all sorts of places.
Yeah, there was some, like, I think Jamie and I were just sort of looking at the two of them just like,
I was enjoying it. You were the one that was wide-eyed and scared.
I was kind of scared. Well, number
Yeah.
one, I didn't know half the stuff you guys were talking about, you know.
Then
And
you brought up my music, and you're like, that demonic chanting.
oh my God, it was. Did I say demonic chanting?
I don't know. It
Okay,
felt
but I
like
think
it.
you should throw out the
I
reference
did see
to
her
the music.
bird's head spin around. Just-
Bird's head spin around. Yeah, that's right. Would have been less creepy if it was an owl, you know. But
Dave wants to know your favorite anime.
Oh, which one have I watched the most, and then current favorite or long-standing favorite? That's a hard choice.
Which
I'll
one
say
would you date
all
in real life?
three. Which one did I date? Who is my waifu? These all will be discussed next week.
Are you gonna save it for next week? You're not gonna throw out a little bit?
I don't know.
She's on the spot. She can't think of what her favorite one is.
She's
Oh,
on
no.
the spot.
Oh, I can talk about this if you want. I can also tell you my least favorite.
Give them a
and
little
why it's
taste of what's gonna
trash.
happen next week.
Okay. Anime I've watched the most, by far, Ouran High School Host Club, English version. Usually I have to watch, like, subtitles, because I'm like, oh, I've got to stay true to the Japanese. Pure. But Vic Mignogna does a wonderful job as Tamaki. I've watched it over 14 times. It's great. I'm not proud, but also, I love it. Current favorite is Boku no Hero Academia. You
God.
haven't seen it? Watch it.
You're cracking me up when I was drinking and went down the wrong pipe.
Long-standing favorite is probably Tsuritama, and it's about aliens. So,
Oh, it's about aliens.
and fishing. And friendship.
Aliens and fishing.
It is.
Oh my God.
And friendship.
And friendship.
And friendship.
Dave is definitely coming down next week, he says.
Please do.
I mean, and this is all, you've seen her energy, right? The two of them together, it was like slapping you in the face. Remember that paddle you used to get in not in high school, well, maybe in high school, it's a little dirty. I mean, elementary school specifically, I got to paddle numerous times. I know that's hard to believe, but it's like hitting you in the face with it. Only it says anime across the holes, and you're like getting these blister slaps from it. That was what it was like while these two were going off after the show. So you can't possibly miss this episode.
Gonna be great. I'm excited, but that just because I get a nerd out.
Yeah.
And have someone understand me.
Yeah, and which Alyssa definitely, you guys are both tuned into the same vibe, you know. Very cool. And I think maybe you should come in cosplay. Like maybe we could get her and Alyssa to come as one of their characters in cosplay or something like that. No? Is that too
Oh,
much?
I mean,
Is that over the top?
We'll talk about it. But it's like, which one? Because I can't
I'm
represent
leaving that
all
up
of
to
my
you.
favorites.
Maybe you do like a collage of all of them,
Mashup.
you know?
Well, gosh, posh of everyone. That would be a mess.
You would probably have to pick one that
Yeah.
you could just,
Yeah.
you know, and then you have to do the character. You have to be on the show as the character, I think.
So that takes away the fun though.
Oh, it does, because then she has to moderate herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so let's scratch that part. I still think you should come in cosplay. So, Is there any other questions out there? I mean, did we?
There's a special request that Kim wear her Asian Boys T-shirt next week.
Which one? My
Whose
nipple
quest?
Asian boys? Who requested that?
Your
Probably
dad.
my dad.
Was it your dad?
Dad. Which one?
Asian Boys T-shirt? Is that what it was?
Probably specifically my nippleless Asian boys, because they always tease me about that. Because a lot of anime boys don't have nipples.
Is that a
And
thing?
men not having nipples?
Yeah. I mean, is that like a requirement? Like,
Oh.
was it like Instagram where it could be male nipples but not women nipples? You know,
Yeah.
which is sexist as
No,
far
it
as I'm
is,
concerned.
though. It like legitimately
Really is, yeah.
Like the placement. Oh, see, we're gonna like take up everything.
This
for
is
next
what
week.
this show is about.
I'm sorry. The placement of like censoring an anime is like literally the best. Like my favorite instance is One Punch Man. After I can't remember his name, just bald dude, main character. He fights, like all of his clothing whips off, and like a light pole falls just like perfectly covering his crotch, and just like it's great. That's anime right there in a nutshell. Great censoring.
That's anime, right in the nutshell. In the nutshell, yeah.
Asian boys. Oh,
Yeah. Nicely done. Nicely done. You're classing up the show every day.
all right. Let's bring Kim on. It'll be tame.
No, that's why we have Kim on.
I'm just
you
like
know?
blah, 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 run my mouth.
Yes. So next week ought to be thrilling for everyone. I know I'm gonna bring some popcorn and chill out in the on our little tiny. We got this little tiny green room over here, you know, which consists of
Green pillows.
green pillows,
Yeah.
a coffee table, and a couch, and I'm gonna chill out right there and just let the crazy ensue. And guy, hi. There's a guy at the window. You guys can come in. Oh, it's her dad.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. This isn't awkward at all. I'm 23 years old. I want you all to know I am an adult. I love my parents, though.
I definitely think we should have Kim's parents on the show.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? And I will
Definitely.
just step aside and
Yeah.
allow this to happen.
Yeah. Is it
You guys don't want to be on camera?
No.
I don't know.
Say hi.
So, a little bit of pop culture. Tell us what pop culture was back in your day. This is me, man. Hey,
This is
man.
fantastic.
I love you. What pop culture was in our day? Yeah. What was hip? What was the thing?
What was hip?
Back to the Future was pretty
There you
awesome.
go.
Yes,
Still
that I
awesome.
love.
That's
Yeah.
still awesome.
Batman.
And
Batman is
yeah.
timeless.
60s Batman.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah.
60s
Holy
Batman.
strawberries, Batman.
60s Batman was the worst Batman ever.
It was the best.
Like nothing. You know what? I'm gonna go off and just say, thank God they're not around anymore. Just saying. Oh my God.
Forever.
30, whatever.
Oh, they still
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, they still do
He should have
Saturday.
resigned himself to just the mayor of Springfield.
Oh, and I think they did a movie version of that Batman, didn't they?
Yes.
They
Yes.
did.
Yes.
And
And
he's
it's
carrying a
terrible.
bomb around for like 5
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah, that says bomb on it,
Uh-huh.
right? I
And
mean,
he like runs up to the nun and she's like, oh, I can't throw it here. Runs up to some ducklings. Oh, I can't throw it here. And then he finally throws it over and he's like, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
wow.
Timeless.
Like my skin is crawling right now.
It's so great.
Like he should have just eaten the bomb. Boom! Get rid of that one.
Would have been quicker, but
It would have been quicker. We would have been done with it. You know, I mean, it just, done with it. I got a chip on my shoulder about the '60s Batman. It was the worst.
it's
Damn.
terrible.
It is.
It
It's
was so
terrible.
good.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
It was so bad it was good.
You need to be
I
put
have
in
to agree with
retraining. You know. But yeah, it was like a constant Carol Burnett episode. You know, and I loved Carol
I was
Burnett.
like, how is
you
that
know?
bad?
It's not bad until you put Batman and Carol Burnett together. You know,
Sounds like a
So-
party to me.
didn't we just lose Tim Conway? Like, didn't he just pass away?
Burt Reynolds.
No,
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds. Yes, and Burt Reynolds was also a pop culture. The Bandit, which I loved all of. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I'm gonna geek out just a little bit about it wasn't the Bandit. It was Cannonball Run.
You guys want to say it?
I laughed so hard as a kid watching Cannonball Run that and him and Don DeLuise. Like Don DeLuise could have probably beaten the hell out of out of Burt Reynolds. But you just get because he's just always slapping Dom DeLuise, and he's always just laughing about it. Stop! I was waiting for the one day that Dom DeLuise snapped and just broke his neck. All of a sudden, Burt hits the ground.
You know what I like Burt Reynolds in was Striptease?
Striptease Burt Reynolds with the
Longest
Vaseline in his
yard.
boots. Yeah.
The original Longest Yard.
The what again?
The original Longest Yard.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was good.
Great movie. Yeah, any Burt Reynolds movie was actually was a great one. So as far as I was concerned, because I grew up with him. I mean, it's like there are sections of pop culture that need to return. Like I've got some dear friends from the original Land of the Lost who are coming to the show. They're going to be here for Ogden UnCon, and
Shameless plug.
and yeah, shameless plug. But they are the coolest group, and it was like I was when I actually got to meet them at one of the cons we had done together, I was like over the moon. Like Jamie, I was probably like, will you stop? I mean, and now I could call one of them right now and just say, hey, you're on live, and they would just the shtick that especially Wes. Like
Yeah.
Wes would just be he would be on it. Like we would have to censor Wes. Like we have to censor me sometimes, No. I'm nothing compared to Wes. Like the show would just turn dark and funny and yeah.
Coach Jack plays.
We ought to do that some episode. We ought to randomly call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
Wes,
Facebook
Kathy,
was
Neil,
like-
any one of those. There's
Yeah, cool.
Phil. We could ask him how his butterflies are doing. Because Phil, he played Chaka in The Land of the Lost, and he raises monarch butterflies as one of the things that he does. So he has pictures on Instagram of him releasing new ones all the time, which is cool because aren't they slightly endangered?
Yeah, they are.
So that's just awesome. So
I guess you made a mistake. You said that Adam West was the mayor of Springfield, and
wasn't it?
It's Gotham City.
No. He was isn't it?
Family Guy.
Was it Family Guy? My
Yeah.
bad.
He made a
Yeah.
reference to Simpsons.
I did.
in
Who corrected me so I can hunt him
that
down?
would be Dave.
Dave?
And he said tisk tisk.
Tisk tisk.
If you're gonna throw out
That's
geek
right.
trivia, you better.
I
be
know. I
correct.
better get it right.
Wow, Russ.
Hey, there's this little bit of trivia that people don't know about. If you've ever seen Misery, you know about what hobbling is.
Oh.
Hobbling,
Oh.
David's coming for you. Just letting you know. Sledgehammer, couple broken ankles.
Man, you made a minor mistake. Bring it down.
He wouldn't expect any less. So. So what else do we got? We got any other questions of brewing? We know Kim's parents are here, so there's probably no questions on the thing, but
Slee stacks scare me, but Chaka's cute.
Yeah.
who said that?
Janelle.
Janelle. Chaka is pretty adorable. The Slee stack could be adorable. You've just never seen a baby one, right? I mean, lizard people, a type of alien. And they did have that really cool glowy cave and stuff. And there was Enoch, who was like the good one. Like some of them, the other ones were kind of like, you didn't know where you stood. But
Me and Kim are like,
it's about damn time. You guys are like going off about some of your millennial stuff, and yeah. It's about time some of us old farts got to talk about some of our pop culture things, like the Land of the Lost and stuff like that. I'm just excited that they're coming because there is no cooler Celebrity Row guest than to have these three losing their minds. I've been next to them hearing the theme song from the Land of the Lost, like I've gone to bed at night after the show and it's stuck in my head. And then they throw down the raft and they do the scream about, where they're going over the edge of the raft and they're all screaming in the raft with the people, getting their selfies taken with them. It's the greatest thing you've ever seen. Great group of people. So you guys are gonna they are a trip.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm fired up. I don't know if you got that, but I'm fired up. So even during, I know we're on a bit of a delay. We think we got almost between a 15 and a 30-second delay. So was there anything populated, the Burt Reynolds comments or anything like that? Where the Carol Burnett thing, I mean, I loved Carol Burnett. That was the, And I kind of had a crush on Vicki Lawrence for the longest time.
Who
You know.
didn't?
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
Vicki Lawrence. Nice. Yeah.
Dad?
No crush on Vicki Lawrence?
I'm trying to think who Vicki Lawrence is.
Dad,
Well,
you raised me on Carol
they had a
Burnett. I know who that is.
spin-off.
Okay, yes.
That was me.
They had that spin-off
Oh,
show,
somebody-
Mama's
Oh, it's terrible.
House. It was terrible, but it was still fun.
I'm with you. We actually
Yeah,
have
she played Mama.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one
I mean,
that-
yeah.
DVDs in there.
Loved it. Had a couple of people in there from F Troop. If you guys
Yeah,
remember F Troop.
Grandma.
Yeah. I am really showing my age here, I think. You know.
You're younger than we are. You're fine.
I don't know. I think we're the same age.
Are you guys looking
Watch what you say.
What's what she said?
No. I don't know.
Because
Either
I'm live on the air.
Either
Let's
you
reveal
look
your
really
age.
old or she looks really young. So.
Yeah.
She is pretty young. I marry him young. It's.
Me.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought he was pointing at Jamie.
Polygamy. We are in Utah.
Yeah.
we are in Utah.
It's sister wives. Okay?
Oh, yeah, sorry. My bad.
Nice.
Well,
Got weird. Let's- let's-
you're welcome.
Questions? Directed comments? Mistakes that I've made, Dave? No. No.
You're
So-
old, Rush. Just admit it.
I know this. I know this.
That
You know.
was Dave.
That. Dave's getting some digs in,
You did
but he's
ask.
doing it. He's lobbing bombs from afar. All right. So
It's safe.
yeah, just because
And
he killed us.
intends to come in next week, so.
Oh, okay, you know, he is threatening to come in next week, and this time he doesn't. He can't be hiding behind his little board, you know, talking
Oh,
about
his
all the
DM board?
evil that he's throwing and
Yes.
lobbing at us from on the other side of his
I
board.
feel like if anyone should be victimized, it would have been me, not you.
You were pretty victimized. You were like
Yeah.
dying like left and right. You fell.
I think
you
those
dropped
dice
a
need to
life
be
thing.
cleansed.
If you had
The
missed
health
it,
potion,
like
yeah.
2 weeks ago, we did an episode, D&D episode, where we were all on there, and
I did
yeah,
so bad.
I was really expecting her to rule the
Right.
game, and it just didn't happen.
The dice were against me. That's
Really?
just it. Like I was there for it. Like
Oh,
I was
you were
the
in.
Game,
You were,
And then the dice were like, "Oh, you're gonna suck," and I did.
but the
I broke
voice,
things.
the
Oh,
voice,
I
you
did.
you were like in
I see.
character.
I was there.
Yeah, because you kind of scared us. Like, Jamie and I are we're all sitting there, and then all of a sudden you came out. We're like, what the hell? Kim has lost her mind.
I was not Kim.
No, you were not Kim.
I
You
was
certainly, but you were at the same time. It was an odd thing, yeah. So,
Dungeons and Dragons.
so next week is the crazy Kim and Alyssa episode where they go nuts about anime, all things anime. Before we go, your devil music.
Oh
What was the name of that weird?
Kayara Pamu Pamu. She's a Japanese pop singer, and a lot of you probably know her from Pon Pon Pon, which was like popular.
Is it a thing to repeat the word over and over?
No, just for that song.
Yahoo
It's
Yahoo and Pom Pom Pom.
Kayara Pamu Pamu.
Pamu Pamu, and it was
It's just
from what?
her. And the song was Pon Pon Pon.
So does she
Yeah,
name?
it's like pom pom, way way way, pom pom, way, pom, way, pom, pom. It was really cute. Also,
You guys
very
aren't
trippy.
gonna. You guys have to. This might be another drinking episode.
For you,
Right,
just
yeah.
so you can get
For
through
me,
it.
yeah.
You're just like,
Yeah.
oh help!
It could be. It might be. I think
don't
that's
need
gonna be. I think
anything.
that's gonna be a record viewership. I gotta be honest. We really need to promote next week's show.
And even if you don't know anime, come watch. It'll be fun. You'll probably learn something. You may even learn to like anime because there's a lot of different types out there. Even if you're like, oh, that Naruto stuff, ew.
Well, and they have genre names.
Yeah, there's
Like
a lot
one
of-
is like I always
It's like
mess it up. It is like not Jody is not the name of it, but there's they have specific types and they're different. Is what again?
Jody?
I keep thinking of that's the word, but it's not the word. It's my dyslexic mind trying to make sense of a word that I saw.
There's like shonen and shonenai.
Yeah, and then but there was a whole list. One started with a
yes.
J. I could almost swear it started with a J.
And there's nippleless Asian boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been down that road.
Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going there next week.
Yeah.
Great. Talk about our husband dues and wife.
I think I'm gonna hold cue cards. Don't forget the nippleless guys. Don't forget the pom.
Pon pon pon.
Yeah, whatever. And then
That'd
I
be
think I'm gonna throw out some cue cards. And then,
Go for it. Go ahead and recap when UnCon is and when tickets go on sale.
oh yes, see, and this is why we have producer Jamie. Yeah. So back to reality for a minute. So tickets go on sale for Ogden UnCon October 1st. Our show is June 7th. Well, I'm looking at
Our
you like,
show?
yeah, our
Con.
well, show, con, event, extra special thing, whatever you want to refer to it as.
Ogden UnCon
3
will
days
be
of greatness. You know,
7th
you know,
through
it's June 7th through the 9th. I looked at you to try to get confirmation, but it really should be ingrained and tattooed on my forehead by this point. Maybe that's something we should do. Is from now on, it should be tattooed on some. We got some Sharpies. You send you home with some tribal stuff.
Not on Kim and M's
Yeah.
pretty skin.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
come on.
beautiful face.
We Tyson her up, a bit. That's pop culture.
Pop culture?
Everything counts.
For pop culture.
Yeah.
Do it for the
All right, so yeah. Come with me if you want to live. Anyway.
Sorry, back on track. Say that date connectedly and not with
Date.
a bunch of interruptions.
Okay.
Ogden UnCon will be June 7th through 9th, 2019.
Yes,
Gonna
next
be
year.
Awesome, and tickets go on sale October 1st. Yeah.
She did that all by herself, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm an adult.
So I'm an adult. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close up. I want to thank Kim for for standing in for Alyssa. I know she was sort of like a wallflower, didn't really come out. Kind of like you barely noticed that she was there. But I'm glad she was here nonetheless. And then next week you'll see her and Alyssa go nuts. You don't want to miss that episode. Like I am just thinking about how crazy that episode's going to be and just reveling in it. It's going to be great.
Well,
So-
we'll see you all next
Oh, and before we go, you see our beautiful little panel. We're trying to, we're going to try to up the internet flow. I don't want to mention any names, but our internet company has been subpar to say the least. And until they sponsor us, I'm just going to keep hammering away at them. Anyway, so we're trying to, this was our plan the whole time, but this has been Kim's biggest nightmare, was trying to get this thing on the air. This is why we have to keep switching, and sometimes we're late, and you hear us, mainly me, swearing on air because it gets me good.
Me for it.
I really do. Wait, who else am I going to blame? Come on. You're the
That's
apprentice. It's your job.
That's
It's like in the job description, everything is your fault.
Everything. I
Expect to
signed
be
that. It's
fired
true.
daily. That's all in the
And you
contract.
wondered why I have Robin?
Well, yeah.
I blame everything on Robin.
Good point.
Wait, that means you hate me. Never mind. We'll leave. I'm not Robin. It's not.
You're not. No,
Robin.
you're much better than Robin. Yeah. Yeah.
I have video evidence of that now. Thank you. Thank you, Batman. Batman saves everything again. We'll see you next week, guys. Great time
Have a
to go
good
on.
one.
Ah.
We survived.